Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd make a quick little video, just something fun and something that you guys can comment to, and maybe even share and relive a few of your fond guitar memories. And I want to talk about your first guitar, and more importantly, the story behind your first guitar. How did you get it? Where did you get it? How much did you pay for it? Here's the story of my first guitar. Well, this is it. And as you guys can see, I didn't start out with a USA made Stratocaster or Gibson Les Paul. This is what I started on. And as you guys can see, it is a Gibson Les Paul knockoff, and it was made by a company called Global. Now, it's no secret what they were going for with this guitar, but it just didn't make it there. I bought this guitar in the summer of 1990. I had a friend, which is actually the friend who got me into guitar playing in the first place. And he had an acoustic guitar, and then he had this guitar. And I used to practice with both of them. We would trade off and practice with one or the other. And I actually wanted to buy one. I got tired of borrowing one and then not being able to take it home with me at night. So I told him I wanted to buy one of the guitars. He really didn't want to sell one, or either one of them, but I told him I really wanted one. And how we settled on a price was, he needed money to go see his girlfriend in another town. And he told me, he said that it costs $16 to fill his gas tank up. Now, we're talking about 1990 here. He said it costs $16 to fill up the gas tank. And I said, well, why don't I just give you $16 and fill your gas tank up? So that was the price that we agreed on, $16. And I took this guitar, and I worked on it with the very little knowledge that I had, and I did what I could to it to make it play as good as it could, but the strings are a mile off the frets, and it's just, the tuning keys are terrible, the pickups are terrible, everything. The only thing that I can say that's good about this guitar is it was really thin, and it's pretty light. So that's pretty much what I can say about it. But at one time, this guitar was my pride and joy. It was just like my #1 Stratocaster. Now I love the guitar, and I spent many hours on this guitar. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I also got a Mel Bay's guitar chord book with this too. But I spent many hours on this thing practicing. I'd lay in bed at night, go to sleep with it laying on me, and all that good stuff. But I just never been able to get rid of it. And that was 32 years ago when I bought it. And as best I can tell from research, is that these were mainly made in the 70s. They were 70s era guitars, what this one looks like. Now, I don't know what the wire going from pickup to pickup is. I've never touched it. I just played it as is. But anyway, I don't really know much about this guitar other than it cost me $16, and I think it was made in the 70s. So, but as time went by, I wanted a better guitar, and then I ended up getting a better guitar, and this just kind of made its way to the storage, but it's been there for 32 years, so it's hung around. But that's the story of my first guitar. So let me know, leave some pics and some comments, and tell us the story about your first guitar. How did you end up with it? Where'd you get it? How much did you pay? And do you still have it? I think it's really cool to still have your first guitar. So go ahead and leave us comments and pictures, and tell us your story about your first guitar. We'll see you next time on The Guitar Fan.